What's up, fellas? Battle of Africa, week number 3. Here, Finland against VNS, both having the score of 1-1, winning in week 1, losing in week number 2. And we will look into another best of 5. Let's see who will get another W on their scoreboard here. And we have the flank player, Mr. Zuppi, with the Ethiopians. They have Liereyy, Marion's pocket, and Mr. Max is the Persian flank. He will face ACCM, kind of short distance here against the Portuguese. We have Mr. BoA playing the Magyar pocket, pretty sweet for them. And Say My Name is the Korean flank. Let's see, maybe we can see another restart. We already had one restart early on by the Finns, and now we have the pause at 4 minutes 1 second. So kind of indicating another restart as well. Have you tried Empires Apart? No. I wouldn't know why. And this won't be a restart. So let's take a close look at how we all started. Very nice that ACM already started the trade here. And is trying to steal some goats, not the gentleman way. Say My Name with the early loom, probably didn't have the greatest start. And why Maximilians have 3 times longer distance to wood? Rubenstock feels so bad. Maybe you can join as well. We can go for super biased casting. Isn't that a great thing? You can talk about the inside, what their strategies are. Who plays Teal, who plays the Paladin civilizations, and all the stuff that no one else knows. One small pause indeed, but now they are continuing. But yeah, nice close wood for sure for Mr. BoA here. And we'll most likely see Tower Rush out of Say My Name, who only has 2 on wood. That's kind of an indicator for that for sure. He's building his mill towards the zebras. Going to decrease walking distance here. On the other side, we have the Max actually pushing his and fighting the scout back a bit. Interesting stuff. And quite a bit of villagers forward towards the berries. And that will be interesting to see. Probably ACM will go for archers. He has nice defensive goals as well. And we'll try to zone out that map area. Archers, we will have some support with the scouts from BoA and the Harakiri. Tower Rush of Say My Name, at least that's what I'm expecting. But I only see 1 elephant for him. Uh-oh, did I miss a lure here? A steal here? We have full HP on Zuppies. Ah. You want to I can co-cast with you? Sure, I will pull you in. Let's just do that in game number 2. We'll have Rubenstock added, and that looks like stealing these for release. He still has an elephant around here as well. And then it's getting tricky to do a tower rush if you only have 1 elephant. No extra house for Say My Name either. And he will try to play this pop 20. And Zuppi already walling the front stone here. But back stone still around. So the tower rush is still flying in with pop 20 here. Mr. BoA playing a pop 20 as well, as it seems. Interesting. Name a bit later, trying to go for the stone, but you will get a surprise. Actually, he's tower rushing into another direction. I believe the Korean and the Korean and Portuguese composition is really good because he can just go wherever he wants and tower rush. He sees everything and just is able to, for example, tower between those 2 and have a really good intel. Oh, but he shouldn't. Well, he will kill that villager for sure. Well, why is he going? Oh god, Say My Name. He should have focused that villager down. That wasn't the greatest thing ever. Maybe BoA can finish it off. We will see. We have the tower rush, we will have archers from the least. Most likely the max will go for scouts. And ZuBoy still has all the options. And goes with a quite high timing here. Pop 24, something we don't see too often. And he had 2 elephants, so untypical stuff. Trash in the middle going forward. Tower in some distance for now has 5 villages in stone, so that should be quite a bit. Barry is trying to wall his wood line. I want to see a gate here as well. And moving forward with the tower rush. That could get tricky for our Persian player, the Max, who obviously really likes to have control over his berries. Instantly getting scouted by Release. No axe yet out of him. And the Max just needs to pull his villagers. Will be fine. Still enough space to farm in the back. At the same time, let's check the strategies. ACM indeed going for archers. We have an archer range coming up here for Release, exactly as expected. And ZuBoy, well, that looks like archers as well. Scouts on the pocket position. So they're going for the strategies that we wanted to see from them here. All makes a lot of sense. Those towers quite far away, honestly. Oh, wait. That's the max defense tower. Okay, that makes so much more sense. I was quite surprised how fast the villagers were walking. And ZuBoy, double archer range. Double archer range is pretty good against the tower rush. Even if you have the tower up, if they're like 6 expo or archers with fletching, it gets really tricky. And well, they also can distract the wood line and such, so I really like that. Actually, maybe could have walled 1 or 2 tiles further as well, because if the archers are putting themselves over here, they can reach the villagers. Kind of interesting. Defensive tower now by Release as well. And this is getting to scrappy games. This is how this tournament was planned. A lot of very open map, a lot of early aggression to be seen here. And well, first villagers or first army is going down. ACM was quite an early blacksmith as well. I'm trying to go for the walls. Big control over here. The Max with another defensive tower. And the trash of Say My Name continues. Let's take a look. Is he trying to go towards the woods? They didn't scout that too well this far. And the Max, does he see that? No. Oh, well, he does. Not enough stone to react to that though. Trying to go for some aggression, but all the woodlines are walled. Shouldn't really get a lot of villagers. I'm not 100% sure if I like that tower too much. Probably to this, not that part as well. Defensive tower now by the Max in that direction. Where's his other stone? One over here. The other one's still very accessible for him as well. So that's all good. ACM now coming over to archers. Let's take a look. He could somewhat denied that woodland as well. 1 archer over here, 1 archer over here, and all the other villagers need to get more in the inside, and that could get really tough. ZuBoy coming around, defensive tower by Say My Name, now trying to go for back T, and he's actually going for a second stable. Hello, something we don't see too often. And I'd say, this far, all the aggression is coming from the VNS team. Obviously, having the Koreans, having the possibility for the tower rush really helps out here. I would have loved to see that tower being walled. And now the defensive tower out of Release. He was going for stone as well. Exactly how you need to play this map. At the same time, some losses here for ZuBoy. He's getting more and more archers out. Only has 4 on gold. Would have expected to see more out of him here. And to go for some more aggression. Where did his army go? He's still around, trying to block some of the farms of Say My Name. Are you playing in this game? At the moment, not. I'm watching how other people play. We can see the 6 players over here. or in the center here, how many populations they have. And the two teams are called Finland and Vietnam, or VNS, how I call them. And yeah, welcome to the stream. I'm going for the palisade gate here in the back. Release going for another defensive tower, so expecting some archers to come around, and ACM is there, so kind of makes sense. Oh, BoA could really benefit from either bloodlines or the +1 defense as well. Going for it. Still wheelbarrow, and now going for the blacksmith. Does he have any villagers on gold? Now slowly going for it. Nice tower. But he is playing this pretty solid, I have to say. Seems pretty fine, and at the moment, let's take a look at villagers. Very even, very even. I believe one villager advantage for Finland, but I didn't take good track of who has how many wheelbarrows researched at the team. Those two villagers are on the wrong side, and with the +1 attack and a nice split here of BoA, I believe those two villagers could go down, but no, he's focusing down on the archers, so prefers to take one villager and one archer out instead of two villagers. And maybe later take on to those archers. Now splitting a bit. I'm not in reach of the TC here. Finally getting the +1 defense. Archers around here. And how is the tower rush continuing? Was this one stopped? We have the 4 KD. Where is he going? Trying to deny some more in the center here. Wasn't trying to tower rush in that direction, it seems. This area could have been nice as well. And the max, the first one towards Castle Age. And oh yeah, Belize, that's a lot of kills here. And Semaname not reacting to this at all. Simply doesn't see it. And that was 5 villagers going down. And Belize, let's take a look how he is trying to micro that. Still no bloodlines for BoA. I believe that's really an upgrade that he could use. Now trying to micro a bit, but he will in the end clear it up, I believe. That isn't really too close to the goal, so well, maybe 1 or 2 scouts could have fought better. What is BoA trying to micro back there? That actually was more efficient than I thought. ACM now coming over, and they finally will clear it up. But I think BoA maybe could have formed back. Now going for bloodlines just shortly after this engagement ended. Not 100% sure if I like that timing too much, but sometimes you cannot really decide that. The Max, I don't really see him going for the biggest night flood ever, in his point of view. And yeah, he's already selling some wood because he only has 5 villagers on gold at the moment. Has 2 stables up, so that will be some aggression. But, well, we'll see how he plays it out. ACM, with a very sloppy army at the moment. Somewhat active with his archers. Nice mining camp. And that's a lot of villagers on wood as well. Only 10 villagers. And Belize is now slinging the max. Then I want to see the 3rd stable. Let's take a close look at Belize. Whoa, how did those get in? Over-chopped here apparently. Trying to fight down the archers. And, well, some losses for sure, as you can see. And Belize, that's something that absolutely should not have happened. And he saved all those villagers. It seems like, yes, he is fine for now. And stable number 3, exactly what we wanted. Now the GC at the front here, and that will be a lot of knights coming out. Who else is on the way to Castle Age? BoA and Zuppy. So we'll have one guy with a lot of crossbowmen, most likely. And for 3 archery ranges as well. ACCM though, also around. But, well, Persian knights with +2 defense, they will perform quite reasonably well, I would say, against some Portuguese crossmen without any protection at all. No monks around, no camels. Magyars obviously cannot really go for camels. Is he still adding scouts? That was weird. And he's going for a stable, and that's not for photography. There's a lot of stone as well. Oh, nicely walling his gold line. I think those walls will finish kind of at the same time as he could have built in CC, so not 100% sure if I like those. Scouts. Going around, ZuPi going for the upgrades now. Feels like he can move out. And where are the Knights of the Max? Now trying to break in, and if they want to, I believe they can just slaughter that whole woodline. Should probably stop that TC from going up. And I would be surprised if ACM is getting all the wards done, but he is going for the gold first, and that will be some dead villagers as well. They're just trying to jump into the tower, but most of them will just get into the TC. 2 villagers down only. Somewhat of a reasonable defense. ACM will get that TC up. That could have went so much worse for him. At the same time, Semaname is towering himself up, and he is going for castle age. You've seen people in other scenarios, or in similar scenarios, actually going for the sling here after the Korean tower rush. So, we'll see about that. Which account? Everyone in the 40s except Mr. The Max, who is at the early 60s. But the big difference is that Belize will not reach castle age too soon, so his eco won't increase that much more. Now should just split off some knights. Well, that didn't really work out. We'll get 1 or 2 villagers, tries to get something to open here. Trying to go for the wood as well. Oh yeah. Interesting, and the spearman could maybe open that palisade, and he's trying to debate him in. Well, didn't really happen. Okay. It's now coming back from BoA, who's also still active with some scouts over here. At the same time, I believe this should get cleared up here by BoA. ACM coming around as well, now bringing some monks, exactly what I want to see. Maybe even a second monastery could make somewhat sense, I'm not 100% sure. Heads of Castle of Semaname not going up. ZuPi has quite a bit of crossbowmen out there, but Semaname maybe with some good Magna shots here can make something work. Quite a lot of knights from BoA and the Max. They're still trying to hold on. They're trying to maybe combine forces. Where is ACM? Now coming over. ZuPi is going for thumping, and then he will have quite a solid fire rate here. Ethiopian crossbowmen with thumping, and he already has ballistics. It's looking pretty solid for the Finns. Now first Mangonel out. What can he get done? 1 solid shot. Trying to go for more in the DauT. Semaname tried to get that castle up, did get some more percentage on it, but that was it, and is now probably finishing it because we see ZuPi retreating. And well, who really has the advantage here? I cannot really tell, honestly. Feels like Finns are now putting back the pressure on it. On the way to Imperial Age. This guy in teal, and he knows how to play with Paladins. But ACM up to Imperial Age as well. But well, then Portuguese. What is he trying to transition into? And he is adding more archer rangers, so we'll stay on that foot archer line. This will get tricky. I believe that's not the right player going imp. Semaname, what is he trying to do? Seems like he's trying to catch up, trying to boom. Maybe they should have slung back T as well and try to fight with even stuff. But as we can see now, Semaname going for coinage. So they are transitioning into the sling as well. But the timing for Cavaliers will just be so much earlier here for the Max. Maybe the craziest thing could happen and they kill that TC before him, but no, not really. Trying to force some engagements over here, trying to kill those rams first, and still control that gold at the front. We take a look. Well, that's still enough gold left here for the Max, but in the long run, he needs to control that area. And let's take a look. Is he trying to take another engagement? Yes, he is, but at the moment, VNS Seems like they want to retreat as well. Cavalier and +4 for the max coming in. Banking for Say My Name. He has 57 villagers. That could be pretty solid. Honestly, oh, Say My Name is now taking the engagement. Oh, not Say My Name. It is the max against BoA, but he really wants to wait for his upgrade. So I'm quite confused. Yeah, he probably could win that fight, but just taking it a solid 30-40 seconds later. So much better for him. Abeles now for ACCM. Trying to go for more monks. Obviously, Abeles is cheaper. When it comes to the gold for the Portuguese. Or monks around as well. They could maybe get some sweet converts. Let's take a look. Is that really the engagement they want to take, or is the max just crushing this army? We will see Bracer and Chemistry now coming around for ACM. So his damage output will be pretty significant, but the max will be even bigger since he has Persian Cavaliers already out. Last one is coming in as well. This is a big fight at the moment. Zupi not really in position. Trying to get a convert down here is Zupi as well. And this army is kind of trapped. Not a lot of army from the max fighting. This is a horrible engagement here by the max, and he is throwing this advantage they, I believe, had. Beautiful engagement here by ACM. He got quite a bit of converts here as well. And the max, he is retreating. Zupi losing quite a bit of his army as well. And ACCM just doing so much damage here. The max in some real problems. Zupi now on the way to Imperial Age as well. We're still lacking BoA, and VNS is taking the lead in this game. The max now going for Paladin, so he will charge up for another attack. But ACM in a pretty good situation here. Now advancing, trying to get more control over the gold. He is going obviously for the 60 villager sling with banking, and we have Villies probably only with coinage here. Why is BoA still not up to Imperial Age? That's so weird. Okay, we'll click now after the university finished. Is getting another cast up. Pretty nice spot. And they advance, and they just need to block this gold spot. That gets really tricky. 200 gold left here. Oh. BoA just needs to come over, and maybe they can just tear down that one TC, that one gold spot. And then they're in a fine position. We'll see, but oh, big Paladin raids coming around here. And that's obviously something the Portuguese player going for Abeles cannot really deal with pretty well. Paladin raids in the back, trying to send some monks back, and BoA is coming over, trying to help. But this is something so tough to just build houses everywhere, and ACM not reacting in time here. And his woodline will die. The villagers will be a bit late, and that's pretty ugly for ACCM, who is at pop 160, still has a very strong army, trying to get some more raids done at a beautiful position. Oh god, more raids over here as well. So many arrows trying to defend though from Say My Name with his towers up, Warway and TC shooting. But those paladins are pretty strong against that. There's some problems here for the max controlling his gold though. Zupi now charging up for Abeles and Bracer himself. He's trying to get the aggression done against Say My Name. Pop 140 for him. Even higher than the max, the guy who gets the sling this whole time. BoA. Wow, very low resources, continuing with this night production. Where is his big army? He needs to get the upgrades done as well. Maybe in the long run we even need to take good care of some trade. And then it at the moment looks a bit better for the Finns when it comes to the control. Oh, is that the big engagement that the max can take this time? BoA not getting the +4 defense. He already has +4 attack since he's mega. Not trying to charge in again. Monks in the back trying to take another good or some good converts. Zupi is helping out in the back now as well. And this looked like a convincing fight here for the max. Why did they overstay here? They needed to get the upgrades on BoA, and this is just a slaughter. All the Abeles will go down once the paladins from the Persians are closing down distance. This looks so ugly for some foot archers. BoA not having any upgrades, now only down to 50 military. This was a bloodbath. Those will be helping out as well. Did take good care of the monks. Yeah, they did get some converts in, but in the long run, no more threat. And those paladins raiding all around. This looks pretty good for the Finns. ACM, oh, that's castle that will not go up, guys. That will be heavy losses. Ay. And ACM not controlling those 2 stone spots. That could have maybe been something if he got onto some bombard towers and maybe prepare to push here. But it's just getting so tricky. BoA finally going for paladins as well. Castle is down for Semaname, and they are really struggling now. How can they hold? Maybe hope for BoA to get the comeback done, but yeah, Max now has full control over his gold spots again. They are starting the trade pretty soon as well, something that VNS cannot really think about just yet. Trying to hold on hand cannoneers. I love that. Oh, but more paladin raids. It's so tough to defend that. Kind of need to have monks here in the back, but once you don't watch and you lose them, you kind of rely on them, and then they're useless. It's a tricky situation for sure. Maybe some more walls where needed. But the mag's just so active. Let's go into his point of view and where he has paladins around. Okay, now going for some gold here. And paladins over here, some ratings there. He's just so active, like 6 different troops, and still has 1 big push in the middle as well. This is getting tricky, and well, no real counter to the paladins. Yeah, paladins by BoA, but they're getting countered by Harbidiers pretty soon. And well, the Arbalists aren't really performing too well from ACM either. Now going for the big walls, Mr. Willis. And yeah, this is getting tricky now. With Harbidiers as well, pushing into the Magia player who's going for Paladins only. He really needs to get some help from the Arbalists. At the same time, say my name, with only 70 villagers. Willis, who's still in feudal age, has 78 and is starting to get a good trade rolling for his team. Nice team play now by the VNS team, but also combined forces here on the side of the Finns, so this is getting really tricky, pushing into the gold. And yeah, what I said before, the trade really needs to be set up pretty soon. 1 less gold spot as well. This looks pretty good for the Finns, because those gold spots are pretty big and pretty important. Another raid again, and only 1 monk here for ICM. He's not looking, he's not getting the convert in, and that will be another big kill there. Let's take a look. Do we see a big engagement over here? Not really, so we can take a close look at the raid as well. That's just another 20 villagers dying, maybe 25, and well, we didn't even see the final engagement here because they realized the Max and Zubby's forces are just too strong. And that's the 1-0 for the Finns. Personally, I feel that Semaname after his tower rush probably should have slung BoA, because that was a big problem. Early paladins for the Max. BoA still fighting with knights here. Not the greatest scenario for them, in my opinion. Max, obviously the guy with all the kills. ACM just lost 100 villages or something in that game. Not looking too pretty for him on that KD. Why they don't buy harps? One player did buy harps. It's just a very immobile unit. If you have harps in the middle, they can decide if they go to the left-hand side. If they go to the right-hand side, they're already arbalist. So harps are such a good unit in team games. Because, yeah, cannot really help out your teammates. Arbalest, Paladins are way better than any composition with Halberdiers. No. Arbalest, Paladins are better than any composition, including Halberdiers. Whoops. Okay, now we have no more Magyars, no more Koreans, and no more Portuguese. On the other side, we have no Ethiopians, no Persians, and no Malians. So a bit of the higher picks at the moment for VNS. We'll see game number 2 will be Arabia. I think they could have picked cities with good camels. They could have. They had Berbers. They had Saracens. Chinese have camels. Byzantines have camels. Fancy axes, indeed. Do you think it would have helped? Well, what other tip are you giving up? If you have no Koreans, your completely strategy changes. If you have no Magyars, you cannot, like, it's tough to go on to scouts then, and you don't really have knights. And if you take it instead of Portuguese, you don't have any archer civilizations. So, if you want to have something, you have to kind of give up something else up. So they went for this strategy without the camels. I kind of needed Berbers. It's kind of the only civ that has a good scout rush, good knights, good camels. Yeah. And that's a very strong civ, obviously. Mine is pretty reasonable as well. Is German allowed in this chat? I prefer not. But Monday, you can talk German again. Hey, let's join Rubenstock in TeamSpeak. Shall we? Is English the common language in AoE? Actually, well, Chinese is bigger, Spanish is bigger, but, well, we are trying to go for the English community here. Nice haircut, Nidhi. Thanks. I should shower more often, maybe. Ah, Ruby's already here. Map number 2 will be Arabia. Twice monthly showering coming. I'm not sure if I go that high, but maybe 3 times in 2 months. Did you know you can use shift plus click on a unit building to switch to that player's POV? No, I didn't. I will try it out. Have a good stream. Thanks. Thanks for your host as well. Newsman42. Really shower stream. Kappa. Pride. Okay, guys. Give me some Rubenstock shouts in the chat. I want to see Rubenstock, 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 Rubenstock. And only then you will hear our prayers and we can talk to him. So guys, go. Rubenstock, 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 Rubenstock. Ruben, Rubenstock, Ruben, was a voice permit. You're still muted, guys. Maybe you just need to shout more. Rubenstock. Rubenstock. Rubenstock!
Hello! Sorry.
Oh, our prayers have been heard.
Oh, sorry. Game number 2.
Sweet. Exactly. So we are on the same train. So how did you like the first game?
I think VNS, they had been watching Tyrants against Finland, the last game record, and tried to do same strategy.
But they
as
did
Tyrants
sling.
did.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't sling. I think that's when it kind of went down, because slinging Magyars would have been really strong strategy there.
I feel like such an expert now. That's exactly what I said as well.
Yeah, castle sling wasn't. He tried to castle sling, but obviously it wasn't so good as feudal sling.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so how do you like your chances in this series now? Obviously, for everyone who doesn't know Rubenstock, every team consists out of 4 players, and Rubenstock is number 4 in Finland. But not because he's weaker, only because he wants to give his teammates a bit more experience in those tournaments.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Will this be 3-0 for you now?
Well, look what BoA is doing. I think these players have called restart because they're doing some weird stuff there.
Do you think so that could be a restart?
Yeah, maybe it could be. Yeah, I think it's looking good. Of course, winning first game.
And you picked weaker civilizations.
Such nice position in best of 5.
Yeah, and you picked the weaker civilizations as well, right?
Yeah. Oh well, we kind of used Mayans for sling there. That wasn't probably the best, but it was kind of improvised strategy, the sling, since I think.
Okay.
This max would have been 2 behind.
Yeah. For everyone who didn't catch, why did they restart Ruby?
I didn't check the reason.
Okay. Well, we have Franks, Incas, and Berbers, and Incas was a pocket civilization, so I believe that was the reasoning why they restarted.
Yeah, that's
this one.
That's why we wanted to pick 3 good pocket civs for this matchup, just to avoid the risk of getting unwanted pocket civ.
Yeah. So Huns,
and now it's
Indians, and Malians, obviously 3 super strong civs. Aren't you going maybe a bit too far there?
I think it's good time to go for strong civs and try to make it 2-0.
Okay. It is your pick number 1, 2, and 6.
Yeah.
Against pick 2, 5, and 7. So
I think overall meso civs in Arabia or dust maps are risky.
Okay, why?
Just because of the chance of getting pocket civ as pocket civ.
Okay, but
we have seen games where they have been good, but they have won the games. But yeah, it's so much difficult to do things as Eagle player than as Scouts Knights player.
Yeah, probably. And isn't it an option to go for Inca Tower Rush or something?
If you're a pocket?
Yeah. Like Tower Rush, one flank.
Yeah,
It goes into
maybe.
Scouts, transitions into Knights early on.
Well, definitely you could put your enemy team like kind of out of position there, like they wouldn't expect it probably.
And how did
But
go? How
it's
did
so risky.
Tyrant versus Finland go when they had Inca Pocket?
Yeah, that's interesting question. I think Finland had quite a lead for whole game until like 40 minutes or 50 minutes. But then Tyrant's Spanish trade started to kick in, and then it was much more difficult from there. But I think they will having some troubles, Tyrants, because of the Eagle Pocket.
Yeah, probably. And nearly another broadcaster called the players stupid because they waited till the last second for restart. Found that extremely rude. Well, calling them stupid obviously didn't make a lot of sense, but since there was no chance for Finland to call the restart, I believe VNS should have called the restart after 1 minute and just saved 3 minutes for everyone. So I didn't really know why they continued to wait till minute 4 either. Yeah, happens, and we will see how the series now continues without any more restarts, and we are only going into map number 2 here. My co-caster still is Mr. Rubenstock. So what are you more excited this weekend? This game? AM versus Tyrant? Or Zoomstock against QuenDB?
That's a difficult question, I have to say. I probably these and Rubenstock games are the most exciting.
Okay, so AM against Tyrant only number 3 this weekend?
Yeah, for me.
Okay.
Obviously it's going to be super exciting, but there's like these 2 other matches are I'm kind of part of those teams, so it's obvious that I can't those.
That's just another question. Is it really that exciting, AM against Tyrant? Because back deer. I think ACM has back deer. I think this could be an admin restart.
Yeah. What does the rules
I'm pretty sure that's backed. Backed deer ACCM.
Oh wait, he just scored at there, so maybe he can. No, he cannot see it. Oh, like one tile.
So you never know. Okay. Is that real?
I think there was some controversy before this tournament started that like it wasn't allowed to admins to say if they had bug resources or something.
Yeah, but swissboyy is not here. Well, thank you, swissboyy. Don't I have like exclamation mark swissboyy as well? Nice, nice. Okay, so I believe they will just play this.
Well, at least it's not dust map, so that's a good thing for ACCM.
It's over 4 minutes anyway. They can't call by the rules. Well, admin restart has to be called, I believe, in this first 6 minutes, and I think it should be always called by an admin. So, yeah, it's not the responsibility of ACM to check all those resources because he thinks he doesn't have access to it, maybe. Or what else? So I think this just should have been an admin restart. But yeah, that's a problem. We only have 1 admin in this whole tournament. And ACM, look at his villager now. With the elephant. Interesting. Trying to go uphill there, and he only shoots 1 time. The elephant is going back a second time now.
And he's going back with the weak villager.
Yeah.
I think why?
And he again only shoots one time.
Oh, he was trying to lame a elephant there. I didn't see that, and it's still following because there are so many lions there that are giving the vision. That's so funny. It's like 10 tiles away and still following.
Okay, but now stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about the pocket sieves? Berbers against Malians.
Oh, obviously Berbers should be a bit stronger.
Yeah, I think Berbers is the best pocket sieve out there possible.
Yeah, it's so nice. Also, I really like to lure elephants with Berbers. You just shoot twice, run, and you don't get hit once.
Yeah, that's an awesome.
That's just so sweet for your start. You have pretty sweet scouts, can transition into cheap knights, have solid camels, and well, if need be, you even have the option for camel archers. So, and I don't really like to battles out of the pocket position for release ever.
Yeah, obviously he has to go like I think camels in Imperial Age.
Yeah, something like that. Cavaliers aren't too shabby either.
Or maybe get Betos against the Ingas, I'm not sure. Could be strong.
Okay, then everyone is going to the feudal age with a quite reasonable timing. We have pop 21 to pop 19 for BoA.
Actually having a huge idle time on his TC there.
Yeah.
Like 23 seconds.
Kind of weird, right? He forced himself into that. Just build one more villager. He had enough boar and sheep, so kind of weird. Kind of weird. ACM going for an M&A aggression, but I believe Zuppy should be just super fine here with the front.
Yeah,
get his barracks up.
Yeah, he has really nice, safe gold there after those walls. Barracks and palisades.
Yeah, barracks a bit late out of him, only 50% when he reaches feudal age.
Oh, that's bad timing.
Small hiccup.
I'm not sure what happened there.
If he just gets the 2 archer ranges up, let's see where he builds them. It's pretty important that he scouts the M&A.
Yep. I think it can be... yeah, he sees it now. Yeah, okay. It could have been surprise. It could have surprised Suppi completely. Those range villagers if he went there.
Well, let's take a look if he gets those ranges up. At the moment, he's not walling.
Why is Suppi not having doing any effort walling those villages? This is not
what
I want to see. Why do you risk it like that? Oh, that's so unnecessary.
Okay, 1 archer ranges up, and
that's so unnecessary. He saw it like 30 seconds before and still cannot finish the other range.
And now his woodland is open as well.
Whoa.
Okay, let's take a look at the gold. Will he wall the gold? Not really forcing himself into it though. Oh, that's so tricky to wall. I believe the gold is still open at the top. Pretty sure.
Yep. And now he's losing the archers.
Sending 2 villagers back. M&A coming over. Trying to get some walls in, but BoA is around now. This looks pretty good at the moment for VNS.
Because of the wall, the villas got split there, and now he's able to pick the 1 villager there.
Still only 1 archer range.
This all started because Suppi didn't wall his range villagers, so...
Yeah.
The Willies should be helping Suppi right now, since they see where the scouts are. Yeah, now Willis is coming.
Oh, and look at the other side. We have Franks against Indian and both going for archers.
Whoa.
Something we don't see too often, right? Normally 2 civilizations where we kind of expect scouts.
And same by name already making tower on his gold. That's interesting. Trying to be super safe.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that as well.
Having weird walls there though, like... I don't know.
Yeah, I think he could have built some better ones. to just zone out more area, but he feels being safe on himself is more important at the moment. IT switching on gold as well, so we won't see too many scouts out of him. Didn't find 2 goats early on.
You know, Willis is going back with his scouts when Menatrams almost reached the wood line there. But now they're getting cleaned, obviously.
Yeah.
Without any challenge. Now, BoA is changing to Say My Name side, I think. Yeah, he's sending 2 scouts. That could end up bad for Max if he gets caught middle of the map.
I'm a bit surprised that he's moving out here without fletching.
Yep. Me too.
Huh.
You see, now he's just started to build Blacksmith. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, BoA didn't want to. I don't know why BoA is going back to Suppi's base after those Menatrams are clean, so pretty weird scout play from him, I would say.
Yeah, agreed. Don't you think that in between the 2 archer ranges there should be still a hole, right? From Suppi.
Let's see. Do you have grid mod?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have grid mod. I'm very sure.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Okay, it seems like everyone is kind of walled now, so scouts won't really do too much, and we are.
You know, they are going to. Are they going to ACCM with Max and Willese?
Willese? It's called Willese? Yeah. Ah, funny. I will call it release anyways.
That's how it's spelled in Finnish, so that's why.
What does it mean?
I think it's, yeah, he's, I guess I'm allowed to say that his real name is Ville, so that's just a, like...
Ah, okay.
Form from that, I think.
Well, my real name is nearly AoE as well, so it makes sense. Yeah, something you can code here, guys. The Max probably doesn't know that you can now turn around gates, and you don't have to build palisades before that.
Yep.
Did you know that?
Yeah, with your scroll.
Exactly. But the Max not using that, but he is still walling quite nicely.
Yeah, it's probably because it's a tournament game and you don't really remember the new things so easily.
Okay.
Like you want to do as like in the old patches.
Yeah.
But Max just missed so... he was so close to that goal there. I think did he see it? Maybe he saw it, but didn't expect him to be on that. Yeah, I didn't see that it was main goal.
Oh, well, yeah, like, but he's so fertile there, yeah.
Yeah, but who would expect someone to wall his main goal, like, be part of these walls, those walls?
Yeah, just sort of walled a bit further. Okay, Suppi now going for the defense upgrade, camping his hill there, ACM still pretty active. Both pockets going for the +1 defense and bloodlines, so kind of aggressive here. And yeah, it just feels like the Max will be somewhat safe and will defend this. No losses for him. Did lose some HP on those walls. Did need to invest some, but yeah, who do you think has the advantage at the moment?
I think it's pretty even right now. Let's see Max Archers though. I think they might be in danger there, or maybe not. Yeah, it's too far. He's too far from those. Say My Name's Archers there.
Yeah,
Max could have lost those if he was just a bit more late there. Let's see, the other side is having some fight.
Yeah. Both pockets now going for some knights, but well, the archers of Suppi still missing. So
now the Berber's knight bonus is starting to kick in, and it's gonna make a huge difference there.
Yeah, probably. We need to see earlier TCs from Willese. And yeah, he did add 2. BoA for now, only 1. And BoA is actually going for a 3rd stable. What do you think about that?
That's kind of early for 3rd stable, I would say, because maybe he's adding 3rd stable instead of 3rd TC. Maybe.
Yeah, he is. Maybe they think they have a timing there?
Yeah, let's see. Suppi has nice hill though there, but if he loses it, it can be really...
Well, is it really that nice?
Devastating.
Because he cannot protect like the area in front of the gate. I think if it's like 2 or 3 tiles before that.
Yeah, kind of.
It's only good if he's in front of his
there.
gate. Yeah.
Thinking afterwards, but now they're... Oh, this can be bad.
Uh-oh, this is getting tricky. And back to you with his 3 stables. Maybe they can have a timing here. Would love to see the +2, and it's coming in exactly now. Probably 1 or 2 losses
TC from Zupi though. Defending the gold there.
Yeah, super important for sure. Was trying to go for university, but did cancel university to rush out the TC. Quite interesting. And now the 2 armies are split. Release.
And Zupi cannot make more army there safely. That's bad. Making it even harder for Willese to outmass Berber player, because now he has to also make more knights against those archers. Zupi cannot help with that.
Yeah, so true. ACM going for ballistics as well. First archer range down, second archer range maybe getting attacked. Some losses here for Willese. And Zupi now banking up quite a lot of resources, trying to go for university as well. And yeah, as you said, he will not have a lot of production. He's running for +1. He's adding stable number 3 as well now.
It's such a tricky position for Finns. Trying to outmass Berbers is really
And
tricky.
you know who's coming over?
Oh no.
Say my name as well.
And what is Max? Max has completely missed that, and he's trying to attack there alone. Oh.
And he won't do that much.
Yeah, obviously.
Defensive TCs, defensive towers. So that will get tricky. And that's now the beautiful hill that you said Zupi has this one. It's now in full control of VNS.
Yeah, misplay from Finns here, I think. I think they should have called Max to help.
Okay.
To regain the hill back.
Okay, who do we want to bench next game? So that you take over.
I don't know.
Okay. All good, all good. Okay, now archer range out of Zupi. And he's trying to go towards the top now. It feels like VNS is just trying to go for the pocket now. Willese now going for the 4th stable even.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult for... I think they're doing right here. Gonna be difficult for Willese to ever stop that huge army ball there.
Yeah. I think they should go for a stable instead of a barracks though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he could that
Mang
because his walled, and yeah, he could just kill the units behind the walls with Mangonel.
Oh god, and Zupi will lose all his army. The knight's not really closing down the distance here, and ACM together with Say My Name are still having quite a bit of damage output here. And that will be probably totally clear up of back T as well. It feels like all the knights will die.
Yeah, and the situation went to even worse.
Oh, and knights are clearing up the max at the same time. Oh god! Oh god, at the top.
Yeah, that's why you don't go
alone
to enemy base alone with those expos like that. They would have got so much more value on the other side.
Ay. Okay, so I think we agree that VNS has an advantage here. How big is it?
Yep. Well, you can see from the army count it's gonna be difficult. Although the villager counts are looking a bit better for Finns, but it's gonna be hard to catch up with the army count there.
Okay, maybe let's take a quick peek at what resources we have. Belize completely at the limit, and we have back T completely at the limit as well. Now adding a monastery, he has 3 stables still running, and now sending everything back to the middle.
Was changed into CA. Let's see how long it takes from him to realize that he has no stable and bloodlines.
4 archer ranges out.
Because that's usually what happens when you go CA after not making scouts and stable.
Oh yeah,
you forget bloodlines. Oh, MX, yeah. Oh. What an exposed wood line there. Pretty weird to see that from Max. That's like calling, that wood line is calling to be raided.
Yeah, so true. Okay, all armies now going over towards the center. It's kind of interesting how VNS is keeping the armies together and never really going for a kill.
Yeah, they're kind of fearing to get into their bases. Like,
yeah,
they're like, we have now army lead, but they don't know how to use it.
Do you think they don't know how to use it, or is it clever to never lose their army and just do like minimal damage to everyone?
But the like potential yeah, potential was much bigger to make damage there. I think they could have done much more than they did. But obviously it's a tournament game and you don't want to take extra risk, but considering that the villager amounts are pretty even, I think they didn't do so much as they could.
Okay. So a lot of army around. Let's take a look. ACM could eat a big Magno shot. He is up to Imperial age now. Oh, and going back. Okay, what do you think should ACM do? Should he stay on Arbalest? Should he switch into Eagles?
Well, considering that we know that let's see village resources. Yeah, he's far from Imp and Suppi also, so maybe Eagles could be a good choice here. But he has huge expo mass though, so I think it's better to keep making those expos. If he had lost that expo mass, maybe switching to Eagles would have been a good choice.
Oh, okay.
Like he has 40 armies, so just go Arbalest.
Yeah, probably.
And maybe add some Kamyuks to protect.
Oh, hello. Is he on stone?
Let's see. ACC right there.
Some stone.
Suppi's wood. That's gonna be many dead wheels there, I think.
He's maybe attacking a bit early, if you ask me. I think I would have moved in a bit further. And then attacked. He only lost 3 villagers. He only lost 3 villagers to that raid. It felt like 15, right?
Yeah, Suppi took minimum losses there, I think. Though Suppi trying to attack expos on the hill at ACCM play base.
Not really going to happen. Yes, bloodlines now. So nice hearing about that.
Yeah. But let's see, those Arbalest can be a huge problem for Finland, since they will not have any units to clean that for a while.
And that also means that the Lees cannot really get onto camels either, right?
Yeah, I think he has to make, obviously, cavalriers.
Yeah.
But that means that maybe BoA should be making camels there. That would be really hard to counter.
Oh yeah,
camels and Arbalest.
What is he? He's still going for knights. Some raid now coming over from yellow, and someone is really trying to get onto my door. So you can single cast this, and I will try to see what's up there.
Alright. See now, ACCM getting his Arbalest upgrade and just running back in time.
Okay,
the Suppi is gonna make a risky castle there with all those Arbalest coming in. Let's see if he's able to make it or not. I think he's... ACCM didn't see it on time.
Oh, there's not a lot of protection here for ACCM.
What?
There's not a lot of protection here for ACCM.
Yeah, I think they can clean it even without Imperial upgrades and units.
Well, ACM is just running... Where was BoA during that time?
I think he lost all his knights against Suppi's CA there.
Ah, okay. Well, he is now switching on to camels. And getting some damage output done. Vilas is getting all the upgrades he wants to, but BoA is doing the same. It's getting pretty tricky.
Max is getting pushed there with castles and expos and Rams and Halbs. Gonna be tricky for Max to make any units there.
Villager counts pretty even overall. ZuPi trying to go for some raid, but that's a big wood line. Not allowing those CA to get through. Oh yeah, this is getting tricky. And looks better and better for VNS here. So, the Max kind of out of it. I'm trying to go onto, well, what does it say, Arbalest, but he is Indian, so is that skirms, hand cannoneers or something? No, something sure.
I think he's making expos.
Oh, that's already an option, right?
I think it's not a bad choice here, unless BackT comes with some cavs there. Because Franks are making help, so...
Okay.
I think expos are fine.
I think he's just going on to hand cannoneers.
Yeah, probably.
Makes a bit more sense, right?
But those hand cannoneers could tie to Frank's expos there. Easier.
Yeah, okay, let's take a look. I believe the ZuPi CA won't really do anything this game anymore. Now trying to push down against that castle here at the front. Farimba now coming in for Villace, so maybe he can take good engagements. And yeah, now we want to see like 2-3 traps out of our Inca player, and then he probably should switch into Kamayuks, right?
Yeah, probably, but it takes such a long time to upgrade them to the best. I think he's doing it right now, upgrading scale mail armor there. First armor upgrade for infantry.
Yeah. Castles are cheap though, and well, it seems like maybe Villace and the Max are trying to clean up the push of Say My Name here. Should he maybe switch into Cavaliers, or should he stay on this like weird Halberdier Ram composition that he is at the moment?
Yeah, I think considering the max eco, and he has like I think he wouldn't be able to make camels if Say My Name switched to cows here, but I think his Say My Name's mind is saying that I shouldn't go cows against the Indians there.
Well, he's adding some stables now, weirdly enough, and well, pop 120 or more than 120 villagers for the Max. Their pop actually doesn't look too shabby, 160, 160, 110, but that 110 is just so little here. Let's take a look how ZuPi is trying to defend this. He obviously is heavily relying on some help. And Elite Kamayuk already out. +2 flying in, squires. This is just an unstoppable army out of our player from purple here.
Him just can lonely counter both armies from Villace and ZuPi there. He doesn't even need BackT's help to make a deadly push there, and GG called. Whoa. Yeah, that hill in front of ZuPi's base was, I think,
and all started like at minute 12, right? But the ZuPi kind of gave up all the advantage there, didn't really have the great walls, need to defend there so much more.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing to see ZuPi not walling his wheels there after seeing that men-at-arms are coming.
But VNS also really played it down quite nicely, right?
Yeah, they played.
Like the advantage wasn't super big, but they kept their army there, and they just produced...
sending his expos there was a really nice move by them.
Yeah, agreed. And then taking minimal damage against the Max, who was kind of sleeping at that time as well, right? Kind of felt weird.
Yeah, but I also think that Max's like expos, they were not even gonna make so much damage there, because with just knights from BackT and few expos from Say My Name, it would get cleaned, and Max should have known that before he went there.
Agreed.
Shouldn't be surprised that Pocket can send knights to help the flank there.
Okay, then map number 3 will be Donut coming up. I will take a small 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with me and Mr. Rubenstock. See you soon. Can't be German, he's laughing. Hi, guys, I love you. Who's he talking to? A friend of mine. The doctor of my trust. And he just confirmed that he will be here for me whenever I do another 48-hour stream. Which I'm planning to do. I talked to Viper, no. And Speculate is down to 1 minute. Rubenstock is around as well. And we should shortly jump into game number 3. Ruby, are you here? No, he's not. Okay, then we will jump into game number 3 anyways. Maybe it's just in a small sauna break. And here he is making noises. And yeah, so Finland last week beat the Tyrants on DauT. What was your recipe for success there, Rubenstock? What did you do so well?
I think having a good late game saves is really important in this map, and also good monk saves. So I think it was about good saves, save picks in this map, and also good strategy going past Imperial.
And you picked the Turks, the Celts, and we also have Aztecs on your side. On the other side, we see Vikings. We also have Saracens and Italians. What civilizations do you prefer?
I prefer Finns civs here because obviously having Aztecs is really good. Best monks in the game, or one of the best, and really good eco. Celts really good late game civ, and Turks can make really deadly Janissary push.
Okay. BoA at the same time going for the steal though. Did get, I believe, 2 goats or something. Might even get more if he wants to get super greedy, and he wants to get super greedy. No, thinks better of it, and is now running. I believe this should be a successful steal. And wow, what is the max? Where is he building his lumber camp? That's quite far away, if you ask me, right?
Whoa, yeah, that's really weird to see. That's
super
far.
Defensive.
I think you could just go on like over the shallow there under his berries.
Okay, and he could have built a reasonable lumber camp there for sure.
Yeah, he sets his eco so much behind there, making it so far, obviously.
Okay, then explain to us, please, why is it so important that you have good monk civilizations? Or monk rush civilizations? Why are they so important here on DauT?
Even though you have this shallow there trying to prevent you from walling, it's actually wallable just by placing a dock on those shallows, so it's actually pretty easy to wall in this map, even though you wouldn't think so, maybe. Yeah, so like FCs, monks, FCs, strong strategy here. Okay. I think, yeah.
Okay, so shouldn't we see, well, like what is the plan of VNS then? Are they going for some water control here with the Vikings? Saracens feels like a super slow pick. Italians I can see maybe go for monks as well.
Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what
Vikings will lose a villager here. Sick block by Willis. No, it's 1 HP and no block, but did get some damage done against Willis scout there. Still worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Max is able to push those zebras there, trying to compensate that rhino loss.
Yeah, they were nice and close, so pretty sweet stuff for him. Now running into the TC, BoA might... No, he doesn't. Okay. And Zuppy going for weird 17 pop loom timing. Normally you see either like 11 or like more in the 20s.
Let's see his point of view.
And also another question. I have a lot of questions for this.
I think he was afraid that scout there. Like, well, I don't know. No, he didn't see it, so I don't know what's going on. Why did he make blue? I don't know.
And also, what's your point of view when it comes to drushing? Because, for example, now we see BoA. He's just going for the wall off with the dog. But Zupi, he is going for the rush first and then will wall.
Yep. I think. Yeah. What was the question there?
Like, how important is it to add the drush? Because yeah, you're getting some aggression, some control there, but you're also setting your eco behind.
Yeah, you are, but you get like stronger eco after it than just
then,
going FC.
Oh, he's actually squeezing in, and ACM without loom. Oh, focusing down that villager.
That's a mistake. No,
now he has loom. Okay. Oh, village on the wrong side. Scout
should be able to pick one villager. Let's see. Those two builds are low HP.
No, he shouldn't take one, right?
He has to dance. Well, he's having Kelt. No, he's not Kelt.
No, he's not Kelt.
Perks, yeah, never mind.
Oh, but he's getting the other one. ACM, what is he doing? 3 HP. Oh, I believe he can get up. No. Yeah, and that's costing off for ACM.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake from ACCM. Just let that come in anyways, because he saw that it was coming by scoring the barracks. How can he let that happen?
Yeah. Well, just to make it fair from last game, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of gamble going rush or not, I think. Because there's time to wall it, of course, in time.
Yeah.
But if you go rush, you are most likely not able to wall it on time, because you cannot afford making dock as well as barracks.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah, Zubi is still not walled. Actually, he has 2 holds, not even 3. Oh, look at that! Look at Zubi towards his dock. There is a hole in the maze. You can get in, and that will be tough for him to spot. Oh, that will be interesting.
Yep.
This pad. Oh, and he has another hole at the front as well, but he's probably going to fix that indeed. So yeah, better get your phone out and send him a quick SMS. On the top.
One thing I don't like about ACCM is that he's making his slumber forward like that, because it's so easy to tower it there for Zupi.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, and it's open. Is it open? Yeah, it's open there. He could. Both could just walk into each other's faces.
But ACM sees it now. He's sending a villager to scout. We have the aggression at the front here, and Bacteria, he has some troubles there as well. And well, okay, yeah, both players just walling it. But it's still open. Oh, let's see. Okay, so that won't happen, and well, Zubi walled the top as well, so now they are fine.
Zubi's not going for a Janissaries. I would have liked to see him going.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised as well.
Yeah.
But what does the Italians really have against that? Not that much, right?
Yeah, well, like most of the Civis, monks are good against it, and Italians have good monks though.
T is open at the top actually, now trying to get a watchtower out and trying to get a market out. Let's take a look. He wanted initially to go fast castle here with his Vikings, so no feudal sling out of him. Oh, it's getting tricky.
Oh, and Bekti might just be missing 80 food to go up. And he has no food source. Only that one farm. Now he's thinking.
Nah, he has 5 on berries.
Oh, yeah, I see.
But he just queued up another villager. That's quite surprising to me. And it's still open. Now building the house. I think it still might be open. I think it's still open.
Oh, yeah, it's open to pocket also there.
Oh yeah, something we didn't take care at all.
You do some good damage there.
Yeah. I believe the eagle, he's squeezing through. But, okay, the max is just focusing on the blacksmith there.
Really weird deal, I mean, Star from back there. Did he just think that going FC is a good thing?
Well, apparently. He maybe thought he was fine. But honestly, like, he couldn't really have a good galley or something. Right?
He could what?
Not build a good galley behind it, because like, if he puts it in the front, he gets attacked by M&A. If he puts it in the back, he's not really protecting his walls. So it wouldn't be the nicest thing ever. Zopi is still active with his militia.
And now Max sees that it's open to pocket, but to pocket this up soon.
Yeah, that
So
really
he has to
shouldn't do
be
much.
sneaky.
Yeah, he has a stable out.
Sneaky.
It's all good.
I think Seimane is smelling something and he's sending his scout there. Yeah, and Bekti exited it, so
Yeah.
it won't become a surprise.
Exactly. And the Max, I believe, I would have loved to see him wall the tower there as well.
Well, I don't think Bekti would go for it anyways. He has no safe wood there.
Yeah, just in the long run. It's a bit more annoying.
Yeah,
Max will lose a villager.
Well,
nice quick walls here by Mr. Say My Name. Oh,
and
an
that
annoying tower.
Those both golds there, that's gonna be beautiful.
Interesting. But let's see. Oh, honestly, against those 7A, I think he should rush the tower. Oh, but the Max is failing the walls. The knight is in. Oh, the tower will not go up. At the same time, Say My Name, is he losing any villagers against the M8A? He's trying to micro back. Will be one loss at his side. But this went so well for VNS again.
What's up with Vince not making the walls in time today? Like Max, he must have known that there was knights coming.
Yeah, it was very likely, right?
Although maybe he expected Pocket to just boom. Well, he had no one had any vision about what's Pocket doing. Maybe it's just thought that he's booming.
Is he at now going for castle? How well will Genovese Crossbowman really perform though in this castle age scenario? Don't really see them being too efficient.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's he's planning to do.
Huh. Zopi going for some more stone walls. He sees the castle coming up, and they're now going for stone, so he will try to defend it with some janissaries. Max at the same time is safe with his stone walls.
Actually, pretty weird choice by Say My Name going knights there. Like, Willese didn't make stable. He didn't expect to do any damage, and like when Say My Name is going knights like that, he wants to have some flank doing some aggression, and both were just going to boom or doing some slow.
He went up with stable market without any upgrades on those knights. And he is Saracen, so even if he has 200 more gold, he can just easily abuse the market and everything is fine.
But he's already 10 wheels behind Willese, so it hurts.
Yeah.
If you don't get to do any damage with those knights.
Well, and he won't.
Well, he kinda did kill some wheels from Max.
Yeah,
but how could have he known about that when he went those knights?
Yeah. Yeah, so we have to say Finland in a very good position here. Probably Turks will perform very nicely against Italians. What's going up?
I was trying to see Suppi's third TC, but he doesn't have third TC. So he's doing some really interesting build here. Maybe he's trying to go 2 TCs all the way. The Imperial Age, some hand cannoneers and bombard cannons.
Oh, and he already researched the ship upgrade and has fire ship and heavy demos.
Ooh.
Or demo ship, I mean.
Demo raft, is it?
Ah, demo ship. Demo raft is the first one.
Oh, yeah, that's
and it's not fire galley, but fire ship.
Oh, let's see the Max. He's getting knights on him and some mangonels. That's gonna be a problem if...
Oh, he will be up to him.
Yeah, he will be.
But he only has, to castle age, but he only has 3 on gold. So not really the greatest efficient to go for defensive monk play, but he has more than 400 gold banked up. I think he should be fine here.
Yeah, just that one monastery and convert some knights and kill the mangonel.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, no aggression happening at the upper side as well. And yeah, we are just expecting Viles to completely own this game, right?
His will count just skyrocketed compared to Say My Name. Say My Name is having so low will count there, even though he just made 3 knights. Like usually you don't have even that little villagers in Arabia when you go knights. I think.
Yeah, but you have to remember Saracens, obviously one of the civilizations that don't have a single eco bonus. That really hurts here as well.
He's having even less villagers than Bhakti, who got power rushed and man-at-arm rushed and didn't
weird,
have
right?
the best feudal. Yeah.
And head to wall. But well, the Vikings bonus. But yeah, probably we have to question Shaman's boom there. Maybe the small distraction really put him back?
Yeah, can be. Now Willis has to do the damage because Max is behind Bhakti a lot.
Oh, and look who's up to Imperial age.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
Neither did I. Interesting stuff. Okay.
Oh, Max is gonna be in big problems, I think.
Yeah, most likely the Max will die. Oh!
If
Max even did redemption. Okay. Yeah,
and he actually did 2 monasteries. So maybe a bit overcommitted to defense
2, right?
there.
2 monasteries.
Yeah, 2 monasteries.
Okay, now converting the dog there. Summon name is looking towards Imperial Age as well. And yeah, ACM did nothing with this early castle. Super weird. But he is going heavily up for water. That's interesting. That's going to be interesting. And the Max, did you convert a demo raft? That's so weird.
Max?
Yeah, I believe you converted them.
Where did that happen?
What
did happen to? Oh, I see now. Yeah.
Weird. And
but yeah, let's. I want to analyze Supi's boom here because he went 2 TCs and he's almost having the same uptime as ACCM, who did 3 TCs and castle drop early. So is it just because of the Italian bonus or?
No, I think
2
TCs
TCs
really
might have
up.
been a mistake here.
I think he really screwed up. He built only 1 and then really felt, okay, I'm getting some aggression in my face, and sent like 10 villagers on stone. So then went into Janissaries, but now he can maybe do some damage here at the woodline. That tower of ACCM is coming a bit late.
Yeah, weird to see ACCM taking wood still there. Like every spot he takes wood can be harassed with some Janissaries or towers.
Oh, let's take a look at this house now. Some aggression coming over from Mr. Bhakti. He did build some scouts and is now going for Vikings Conditeros. Something we don't see too often, but some beautiful conversions here. And still 1 monk around with some monk juice. So let's take a look how they're trying to defend this. This looks pretty solid for the Max.
Yep.
And why is he sending in over and over again small groups of those
it's just feeding the monks there. Max is getting best out of those monks, like saving him so much time.
Well, maybe he feels okay, I cannot really group up big amounts because then Release will get the numbers in, but look at that. The Max just with that little eco, 69 villagers, is doing quite massive stuff.
What do you think about Villes' Scorpion choice here? Oh, he's making onagers to the other side. That's nice. Like, having 2 different units that each side.
It's so tough to micro because you cannot really like scroll through your buildings and just randomly press it.
Yeah.
Always has to intentionally click them on either side. And now they're cutting through the woodline here. 1 cast of ACM going down. They are in some troubles, and Finns, they are looking very strong in this game at the moment.
Yep, indeed.
Water control of ACM.
What is
nothing at the
my
moment.
name's unit of choice here? He's going Elite Mamelukes. Whoa. Against what he's making those? I think going Hussars would have not been bad choice here, in my opinion.
Yeah, I see Hussars on both sides reasonably efficient. Maybe Camels, but yeah, Mamelukes not great against the Max, not great against Release, not great. Oh, some demos. Did some sweet damage. Didn't get to kill him though.
What a scrappy game though. ACCM, did you really think that he can go Genoese crossbowman against Turks and Celts?
Well,
like,
no, he just over-invested on water. Look at how much he has. If they're trying to push on the water side, they would have had a much tougher task, but they just cut through the wood line, and now they're in and there's no defense. Semaname is going for a very slow unit, is trying to maybe go to the south as well. And well, Back-T's Spoon wasn't the greatest in the world ever as well. Populations, everyone around 110 except Belize, who's at 150. Now researching SO, finishing now. Look at that. He went for heavy Scorpions, siege workshopped at several sites, and now under 34 minutes SOs. That's a strong move.
Yeah, that's really nice play from him.
Genoese crossbowman now fighting off against Zupi at the top here, but losing another TC. Yeah, it's getting really tricky for them. For Celtic are now coming in, and Belize just playing out of this world. Yeah, he has very low military numbers at 19 here, but doesn't really matter at the moment.
No,
they
some
don't need the high numbers.
coming to clean Zupi's army though. But he can always run to those trees there. That's helping him a lot.
Oh, they only have +2 defense here as well. Maybe, well, shouldn't they sling the Vikings on condos instead of the Italians themselves going for condos?
But who is gonna sling?
Well, the Italians. It's 80 to 97 HP,
yeah,
so...
Yeah, but then Back-T has to do condos for him, yeah. While he's dying at his home, so...
Well, it is tricky. And just think about it. The max, if he gets a castle up now and he gets onto Jaguars, condos aren't doing anything either.
Yeah.
And it's not like Gunpowder is like super bad against condos now. They are doing reasonable damage. It's not like Arbalest against Huskarls.
Max loves his monks, like he... I think Back-T, yeah, Max got, like, even though he was behind, he was able to make a lot of damage with those monks. Castle Age.
Now the last one in Imperial Age, he's indeed going for the Jaguars, and yeah, just pushing another castle. It's looking very slim here for the Vietnamese guys. Now losing another gold spot here at the side of ACM. He's trying to group up, but
Look, Say My Name is gonna do some crazy cut in the middle. I'm not sure what he's trying to achieve though with those. Like your both flanks are dying there and you're just sitting middle of the trees there with one Onager and Mamalukes.
Oh, that's so slow. And look at that, we're at 37 minutes. And he is not even... What? How many units did he kill that game? 8! 8 units, look at that. Belize KD, 53 to 3.
Wow.
And on the other side, 8 kills.
Like, yeah, that's... I think this is really bad play from Say My Name here.
Oh, and he is... Well, now he's through if he just runs through it, but...
Back-T played really well here, I think, in my opinion.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he did. Like, if Villese didn't help, Max would have died, and he's like still was able to. Well, I don't know about really well, but he played strong here, I think.
Well, I think it's the Vikings bonus, but I think he just went in way too often. There was small numbers there.
Yeah.
Now look at that! He's getting condo converted after condo converted. It's just... The Max is getting a reasonable condo army here with that stacks. Kind of weird, look at that!
Yeah,
he
Max
has
loves that.
13, 14 condos, 50 condos.
Yep.
Same time, ACM is not getting the damage. I'm now building a single watchtower there to defend. Okay, Mamluks are now out, trying to go and attack, but defensive castle is flying in, siege workshop, and if we just see some SO, Semaname needs to micro so much. Another defensive castle here for Belize. This looks just really solid that they won't even lose most of their trade. And I wonder how this TeamSpeak chat must be going. Like, okay, 2 people here, I'm dying. The other teammate is saying, yeah, 2 people here, I'm dying as well. And then he says like, oh no, I have 8 Mamelukes still in the middle. I can turn this game around. And then he just runs in and feels like, yeah, now I killed 20 woodcutters. This game is ours. But, well, not really.
I'm wondering how saying my name is justificating his able to justify his push to Millese instead of helping his team there. Like, what does he think that he can achieve there more than like? Maybe he thinks that he can achieve there more than like the other team, the other side loses.
Maybe just thought, okay, I cannot really attack any side because like fighting Monk Scorpion on one side is pretty tough, fighting SO on the other side was pretty tough, so just felt, okay, I need to take this into a weird scrappy game, and yeah, surely he is, but just look over at the team score, 10k to 6k, when did we ever see something like that when the game wasn't over?
Yeah, and especially losing your base in this map it's like horrible. You don't have any place to reboom anywhere.
Yeah, so true. Agnes Prime, thank you so much for giving the hype up, and YBNVS flying in there for the first month. So be going for the defensive castle straight. Actually got stopped quite nicely. We are at 27 though for Belize, so he is putting himself in a reasonable position for sure. The base completely erased here for ACCM. That was the starting base of BoA as well. He is doing quite a reasonable job of trying to reboom, but honestly it's so exposed to raids. Now they're going towards Say My Name, who is pop 190, but honestly, soon he will play against 3 armies. ACM can't be happy either, like, oh, I checked the files, guys, and it said Conditeros are efficient against hand cannoneers. Well, but not 30 against 1, and it is the GG here. Finland is taking it 2-1 in a very convincing game, I have to say. It felt like better strategy, better tips, better plays, better execution. Kind of outclassed here.
Yeah, it's
fine to agree, Ruby. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Just say, really? I couldn't agree more.
I'm still kind of wondering what Say My Name thought was thought in this game.
Well, it is Saracen's pocket after all. It is getting pretty tricky, right? Against Celts there. What can he really do?
Yeah, not a single Cal receive against, so
yeah, could it maybe be an option that the Saracens slings the Vikings player there or early condos?
Go some Monk Crush or something. I think he played it the way that it would have been good against if he was against Pocket Paladins, but now he played it like the worst possible way, in my opinion.
Yeah. Did get 100 kills in the end, so did catch up there quite nicely, but yeah, obviously was way too late.
To BoA could have been
that's what I said.
Good choice, yeah.
Okay, they are about to start this next game. Let's take a look at the civilizations still available. We have no more Aztecs, we have no more Celts, and no more Turks. On the other side, we had Vikings, and the big Saracens, and Italians. So now we're going over onto Step, and I'd say HCM picked the stronger civilizations for his team there, right? I believe like Chinese, Byzantines, Britons, maybe Goth. Could be a good option.
Yeah, they had to pick strong civs because otherwise they're out of this, well, not this tournament, but they will lose this series, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously Chinese is going to be picked. What was the fifth map? Well, maybe they shouldn't think about the fifth map.
Dust will be the fifth map.
Yeah, maybe Chinese Slavs and Britons.
Okay, we will be back in 1 or 2 minutes. Guys, stay tuned. Finland now with 2 match points. Okay, distraction is gone, guys. Now we can focus again. 130, the spec delay. Skill lying in with the sub. Thank you so much, Max. Looking forward to a lot of card gaming in mid-May when we have the big NC LAN in Germany. Pretty exciting. One of the highlights for me every year. Card games and some AoE as well. Skiddle is probably one of the fastest clickers that I've ever witnessed playing. He's left-handed and he uses like 6 Why is everyone complimenting me on my hair today? I have no idea what's going on. And yeah, it's NC and France land. Eddie is coming as well. I believe Limp is coming, Ivik is coming, and obviously a lot of Germans. And Skiddle, he uses like only like 6 hotkeys or something. And oh, YBNVS making new friends here. Thanks so much, Rogan Wololo. And Skiddle's wife actually did bake the best cookies I ever ate. Macadamia white chocolate. They're so good. Jesus Christ. I kind of asked nicely if she could bake them again. And she did bake cookies again 1 year later. But it weren't the same. And they were nice cookies, but they weren't the white chocolate macadamia. Still nice, but not that nice. I know there weren't funny cookies, although we had a good time. And you know what also is an option to have a good time? It's casting Finland against VNS together with Rubenstock here on Step Ruby. Tell me something about the civilizations of the teams.
Both teams picked, I think, the best civs they had left for this map. So yeah, Finland wants to win it here, obviously, like of course, and VNS team is going to make it, trying to make it eagle the series.
Yes.
So,
okay, yeah,
but
exactly.
Kind of questioning the Byzantine pick though. I think Slavs would have been better here, in my opinion. So
Slavs, okay. Oh, you're not farming that early. Archers are pretty strong. But yeah. How do you pronounce the special tech of the Slavs?
what was it? Drushinia?
Ah, yeah. So there's some discussion on Twitter now. Someone messaged T90 that he always mispronounced it, but honestly, like it's kind of tough. I believe it's Drushinia or something.
Drushinia.
Drushinia? So it's so weird.
I have no idea. I'm just guessing.
Yeah. Well, it is like a Slavic background, so you have to get something like this in.
Like what languages is it?
Well, Slavs is like the Slavic language.
Yeah.
It's like southeastern Europe. Okay, so tell me, what will we see out of the players? I believe Zupi, scouts, Vilis,
Yep.
scouts,
This
Max,
is looking.
archers out of the pocket.
Is this normal looking step? I think feels like there's so much more deer than normally. Or
It feels
zebras.
the same for me, right? But it's
Yeah.
called BoA step.
I'm sure
so-
though. Yeah. So obviously, zebra control or deer control, whatever you want to call it, is gonna be important in this map. So otherwise, you are forced to just farm, and farming is so much more inefficient compared to hunting in this map. So it's gonna be interesting to see which unit they go for to ensure the deer control.
Yeah, we'll see. The Max actually running quite far forward. Is it maybe an option to go more towards the center and always have one line further back?
Of deers, or
Yeah, or is it just too much walking
But if
distance?
you're too far from your base, those wills are going to be in danger for all kinds of rushings.
All kinds of rushings.
Yeah. I think we saw in Tyrant versus Finland, we saw how strong Mongols can be in this map. DauT was able to go up way before any Finnish player.
Yeah,
Castle Age, and
Mongols are
also
pretty
the
nice.
feudal age, of course.
Yeah,
But I think the power comes in Castle Age, if you're able to take those zebras freely.
Oh, and Zupi not going for scouts. Yes, 300 food and still goes for archers. Something I didn't see coming.
Yeah,
Why is she doing that?
It's surprised about that. Maybe Max is the one who's going scouts here.
No, he's going archers.
Oh, what?
This is going scouts as well.
Weird,
yeah.
weird play in my opinion. You want to have one guy going scouts, so maybe it's Will. Yeah, it's Will.
Yeah.
Obviously, but yeah, he's gonna be far from any action since he's so far from the other players.
Interesting for sure.
Other team.
I see him very early defensive tower in his woodline there, and he is going
Lucky
for the
for
archer
Finns
ranges.
that the Byzantine is not so close to those two archer players. Otherwise, some Germs could have ended all the aggression from Suppi and Max. And now Suppi's coming to the deer. Zebra villagers there.
And he has 2 archer ranges out and only 1 archer range this far for ACM. Obviously, it will work faster since he's Britons. Trying to micro back with villagers a bit.
He's trying to go archers. This is kind of risky from ACCM. He maybe should have done skirmishers. Just because he's too late on massing, I don't know.
It kind of feels weird because he only had 1 on gold a very long time as well.
Yep. And now he has 2 on gold, so yeah, now he's switching to skirmishers.
But so is Zupi. On the other side, we have some aggression against Liereyy, who built a second mill that he probably has to abandon now.
Those are interesting range positions for Max. It doesn't want to have any protection from those ranges at his base, so...
Well, happens. How do you like the tower of Week3 here in the middle of the map?
Yeah, that's interesting because there is only 4, actually 3 zebras left pretty much, so maybe it's not worthy making it, because it will be useless anyways after those zebras.
It's kind of weird, right?
Out. Yep.
Huh.
And ACCM also made same kind of tower there.
Well,
but it's easy to
ACM?
mine stone anyways, so it kind of...
Oh, yeah. Maybe they're just trying to control the area.
So they're losing a lot of archers under the tower fire there.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I like the sitting on the tower thing.
Yeah. I think Week3 got like the best outcome that he could get from the tower there.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah. It's down the woodline by saying my name now. Trying to go for some walls is the Max, who is leading with 32 villages at the moment, now trying to get fletching as well. Some aggression in the middle of the map from Say My Name, but won't really do too much, and he's going back now as well. Is this game as open as I think, or does someone have a small advantage?
Yeah, it's dead even here.
Obviously, it kind of makes sense. Not a lot of losses here. KD is pretty similar, although Seminame losing quite a lot of army now. Lost some.
Let's see some his archers though in the middle. Back deceased those archers, but I think there's enough skulls with any upgrade. Without any upgrades, it's not gonna make any difference there, or at least not much difference.
Yeah, probably. And Zubi was quite a nice micro. Requesting some help.
Where did Max go? Oh, they're coming back after they see. Let's see Zubi's villagers though, they are in danger there. ACCM having the horse there, showing that there are those wheels. Kind of funny.
Yeah. I think most of them should get home though. Maybe snacks one villager, but that should be it, right? Oh, some losses now towards the Max as well. Well, last coming over, still quite far away is the Max.
They can get trapped though. Max is trying to wall there. Nice walls from Max there, trying to keep them inside. Let's see if he equals though. Yeah.
They're trapping themselves. Okay, the Max just needs to make sure to get a lot of edge.
Trap there, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it was kind of a weird wall. I thought the wall should have been somewhere else, more in between like the blacksmith and the woodline of the Max.
Yeah, probably. But then it would have not been so tempting to go inside in there. It's 300 IQ walls.
Something like that, yeah. Now ACM, well, he cannot really take any engagement here. They're just trying to run.
I think Week3 should have ran a long time ago. Vice is there with those scouts.
Oh, yeah. Not doing anything, yeah.
Now he's...
Is he trying to... he saves for all the crossmen going down. Solid start for the Finns here in mid-feudal age. Vilas already on the way to the castle age.
Oh, that's surprising to see Spanish going up before Chinese. I think.
Yeah, quite surprised as well.
They made same amount of scouts, pretty much. I think. Liereyy is going for knights, obviously, not going for gongs. Doesn't make any sense going gongs when you have two teammates going archers.
Okay. And there's still a lot of feudal army left as well, so that makes gongs a bit less tempting for sure. On the way to Castle Age are 5 players, only one missing is Mr. ACCM. Let's take a look at his resources. They are very low, and that's because he just clicked and is now switching more villagers to gold. And he will have a nice flock of crossbowmen at least. That's what he is aiming for at the moment. Belize with 2 military, BoA with 4, and the rest is going for crossbowmen and massing up. I believe mangonels could be a nice addition here in Castle Age. 4 players going crossbowmen.
Yeah, this is why I was questioning the Byzantine pick, because Say My Name hasn't done any, like, hasn't used his Byzantine bonuses at all for now.
Yeah, so true.
But there's a chance that he can go fast to Imperial. Let's see if he's setting TCs. That could be devastating, having really fast Arbalest. You can really surprise your enemy with those.
Yeah, and they have 23, so let's take a look at his resources maybe, if that's an option. Not really.
Still quite far, yeah. Let's see if he adds TCs. He can
he went
still
for
get
both
faster, even with those resources.
Yeah, it's not the rush for Arbalest here.
The max expose in the middle.
Yeah, the Finns trying to control that
center
area.
Though.
He's still trying to raid at ACM sites. We'll get 1 or 2 more villagers here, I assume.
Yeah,
Max.
one. Yeah, Max and Will is being wise, not going in there because they know that Suppi is not with them, so they will most likely face 3 armies there with only 2 armies. Good play from them.
Yeah, we see a lot of access now towards the center. This could be the big team fight here. 3 against 3 armies. Happen. But Suppi is still going for some kills in the woodline first.
Still stubborn, not wanting to play as a team there.
ACM now with this extra range, that's obviously helping out so much in those fights. Let's take a look. Elise is moving in. BoA actually mispatrolling here a bit. The scouts somewhat helping out. We have Say My Name not really closing down the distance. Suppi is on the other side of the map as well. And those were heavy losses for ACCM.
Oh, yeah, indeed. I thought that it was bad fight for Finns, but actually...
Oh, well, some knights lost.
Yeah, he lost, but he's only 3 behind, or 4. Let's see. Suppi still being alone there. I think he should join Max and Willis already. Otherwise, those 3 armies can do some damage on Max.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, ACM's army isn't that great.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're going towards the gold of the Max. Woodline is somewhat protected there with the TC. Starting TC here for the Max. And
Max going forward with those expos almost. I don't know why he stopped there.
And no ballistics for them. Only now finished the +1 defense. But he needs to go backwards, and that's looking pretty solid for VNS at the moment. They have a nice control there. Again, a bit more army for them. Now opening the walls, maybe Suppi can get caught off guard.
Yeah.
Oh, BoA is he moving in? It seems like he was trying to, but Suppi just in time to move back there. But now Belize taking the fight alone.
There, like, oh, that's hard to say. I don't think if Finns win this, they could have got so much better fight there. I think if Willes didn't go alone first, they will be fine. Yeah, they're cleaning everything.
Yeah, heavy losses on all sides. All the knights going down. More crossbows of the Max even out. And wow, this looks good for the Finns at the moment. Military count for them
it's
around 60.
And also
villager
count looking really good for Finns. ACCM has fought quite a lot of wheels behind.
Oh, okay.
For some reason.
Well, those raids over in the woodline were pretty costly over and over for him. Maybe could have went for a backward to be a bit safer there. Try to go for the defensive tower. His crossbowman raids at the side. Went super efficient either. Didn't even get a single villager. Lost a crossbow in exchange. And now trying to lick the wounds. Trying to go back and position themselves in the middle of the map. Same name.
Imperial.
Exactly.
I think they have a little shot there.
It's only 19 military for Samanem. If he had like in the 30s, 35ish.
Kind of small military numbers for him. Max has so many more expos. Yes, as many expos as ACCM and Say My Name alone. Almost.
Yeah. I'm going for the big team walls here. You can see it's quite a nice map control by the Max. Protecting the trade maybe for the long run. So scary army in the middle of the map here, and it's the VNS kind of counting on Samanem still a lot with the Arbalest. Maybe we have to start thinking about how will those civilizations perform in late Imperial Age. Who has the better chance here? Probably Mongols and Spanish, right?
Yeah. I think Mongols and Spanish are really good teams for late game here.
No
obviously, and Malay not being bad either with those cheaper elephants and chance to go herbalist. Let's see if...
Oh, ACM was without ballistics before that. That's kind of weird. And yeah, his sequel was just not that great. Okay, now all 6 armies combined again, but VNS surely
a bit alone there.
Yeah, with some of the crossmen. Okay, now offensive castle here. Let's take a look. This probably will go up. The max is up to Imperial Age as well. We'll obviously just fly there.
And Arbalest being researched by Say My Name. No bracer though. It's always better to go for bracer when going
nice Mangonel shot for Zuppi here and there, taking the fight before the Arbalest upgrade. This is just horrible for them. No bracer coming in either, and this just looks pretty nice for the Finns. Just waiting till the castle goes up, now going back, and the Finns just with heavy armies still left.
Ready.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I like this. Trying to take engagement there just shortly before the upgrades were kicking in. Samanem, if he's rushing towards Imperial Age, you really need to conserve all your units at all times. So that you have the masses left to upgrade them.
Max has done a good job saving those expos whole game. Always having 40 expos mass. Now they're switching to Villese. Some run push coming in.
Let's see if one skirmisher can hold that off. I think... no. That's a surprising result. Okay, but the Max, he is still having such big armies coming over as well.
They're coming to help Villese now. Yep. Villese getting his castle up nicely before.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't really see them doing too much. Not the greatest numbers for Villese here, but they can just wait, attack the rams if you want to commit to the castle, but they cannot really sit under the castle either. Arbalests are around, and now they even need to go back in a timing where they really wanted to push.
Yeah, I'm not sure though what Villese is doing in that fight. He can lose all his knights before getting Imperial Ace.
Probably the Max telling him, okay, we have the numbers here, let's take the fight. And I don't mind that too much, because the damage output from the Max was just so massive.
Are they losing in this fight? Really?
Yeah.
I think... Oh, yeah, the rams are making difference because the knights died and there's no more anything to kill those rams.
Yeah, but still, I believe the Arbalests, they just need to snipe all the the knights.
What
and
an
this was
aggressive
still
castle
okay.
by Max there. Really, really weird castle from Max, I think.
Yeah, well, they're just going for it again. Yeah, maybe a bit too few knights. Now canceling the castle, I believe. Upgrades are coming in. Yeah, not a lot left there for release, but in the end, I felt it was still a better fight for the Finns. ACM now losing all his army just shortly before Imperial Age as well, and he's getting chased down by swissboyy as well. This is so costly for them. That's just like... Yeah, go ahead.
swissboyy make that castle to trap him? That's... Good job by him, I think. Or did it come from... Did he come from top? I don't know.
I don't really know.
Maybe not, yeah.
Okay, the Max now going for banking. Probably trying to sling onto either Paladins or Mangolites here. And it's getting tricky. Chinese in late Imperial Age. Kind of limited with their options there. Not the biggest fan of Chokunus. No Paladins there. Will be tough.
Yeah.
Britons lost most of their army as well. Now building a castle where 2 traps are already unpacking. Yeah. This is getting very tricky for VNS.
Yeah, going late game doesn't favor VNS at all here, like we talked before, having Spanish trade and Mongols and Paladins it's going to be tough for VNS to win this in late game if it goes to that stage.
At the moment, VNS is just camping, so tough situation for them. He did try to go for heavy camel, but cancelled that. Now going for cavaliers apparently. Same name, trying to tag for bombard towers. No transition
Probably
into elite Mangolites yet. Yeah.
In the long run, say my name has to take Paladins probably, because they will need some strong meat in front.
Feels like it, right? And that's something the Britons cannot
some
really
raiding
do.
coming from BoA in the middle. No, he's going back. Oh, he's
going back. Going in
where is he
again.
going? Is he trying to kill? They're trying to kill swissboyy's army? No. Just going for a raid.
Oh, but I believe that should be spotted. Let's take a look if the Max is warding this in time. He's getting attacked in the middle. Oh.
swissboyy losing his castle though, like...
Is he really?
Are they pushing back here?
He has 3 defensive traps as well. Okay, Cavaliers now coming in into the Max army. The Max eco. Same
no,
name is
Willis has to
somewhat
send
holding.
his army. Max just stays at Willis' base like he should.
Oh, more raids of ACCM. VNS is kind of getting good control in this game. But now Willis is coming over, will try to focus down those traps, and they should be able to clear this up. Not the greatest patrol by swissboyy here, trying to, or attacking the siege workshop. But now Rams are coming in, and this is getting really tough for ACCM.
Yeah, it is, and he's having all his army at wrong spot in my opinion. He's losing his base, and he has his army at enemy base. Not doing much there. Can be cleaned easily with some Paladins.
Yeah, so true, but honestly, what would like 30 more Abelis really do against that ram train coming in of swissboyy, and still some Paladins around? It is getting really tricky. Maybe could have fought off the Paladins a bit better. And, well, the Max is even sneaking through at the very top here.
I'm not sure if I like that move though, because he could have done that with much less Arbalest. Why would he have to send all his army there? Kind of.
I really wanted to kill the trade.
Yeah, but what trade? Well, it's easy to say from spectator point of view, but...
Yeah. Well, ACM's army, so they got quite a bit of trade cards here. Getting more and more villagers as well. Not too bad. Will be finally transitioning into Arbalest.
No, say my name is catching those max Arbalest there.
Yeah, but
They
no,
are taking
no
even a fight.
skirmishes. I think just mixing like 5 skirmishes helps out so much more as well.
Yeah. Back to switching to our halbs now.
Interesting, okay. And I don't actually like how aggressively Zubi was putting that castle there. All I felt it was...
You don't want to have those castles as long. You want to have them as safe as possible to be able to make Mangodas later.
And those rams now very unprotectedly going forward. But just pushing and, well, they're in a solid spot. Moment feels that VNS is advancing more.
Yeah, VNS has done great job coming back the game, I think. Because they were kind of behind when going to Imperial, actually quite a lot, so nice play by them.
Pop 600 and Pop 600, we have to give the favor here for the Vietnam guys. It's just like Spanish trade, Paladins, no real answer to the Paladins, like no very sick answer. Yeah, an option to go for...
Let's see the fight at the bottom now. I think I would love to see Villes having more Paladins there.
He is putting stables close by, so maybe that is coming in. Yeah, it looks pretty good for the Finns. Yeah, Rams are around, more Paladins. Yeah, well, Paladin against Cavaliers is quite significant as well. Another castle going down that was built too aggressively, if you ask me.
So many aggressive castles in this game so far.
And ACM will have no chance of ever getting onto his Longbowman. Elite Karambit upgrade now even for the max, so he wants to get super annoying here.
I think he wants to help Villes with those Karambits there. I don't think there is any other place in this game or in this map where Karambits would be useful. Maybe some raiding. I don't know.
Well, look at the very top. We have some gold there for release, and Name now trying to build a defensive bomber tower to prevent those golden come for release. And the push though continues. Jailman now coming in. But that's the only castle left for ACM. Actually, he has a second castle. Not sure why he's not researching his upgrade over there, because this could get cancelled. Let's take a look. Obviously, the +1 range could really help him out in a lot of fights, but will not finish. And this looks better for the Finns now. He is getting on to lead Mangodas. I wouldn't be too surprised if we see some addition of onagers even, and then it gets really dicey. Back team now with Halberdiers. That's not really a unit you want to go for.
Yeah, absolutely. But on the other hand, whenever he makes cavalriers, he's being like, he's doing much worse unit than Paladin, so...
it is tricky, it is tricky. Maybe they needed a more significant push early Imperial age, but it feels like that's a bit late now. Release pushing in with quite a bit of rams against the towers there. Max is going to send all his army to the top. In the meanwhile, Release is playing such a beautiful game. Paladins everywhere, helping at his own side, going to the other side. Rams over here. Yeah, I feel M&M will hold this, but heavy losses. Some bomber towers, which are so costly because their trade is non-existent this far.
Yo, that's surprising to see. Usually you see a lot of trade for both teams at this point of the game.
Yeah, 52 minutes in and decent. It's not like people went down to pop 20 there in mid-fuel age, so that's just late.
Maybe VNS counted on that if this goes to the trade game, they will be lost anyway, so better not make any trade.
Why would they build markets then?
For like faking that they are making trade to make enemy go raid their trade, which is not distant.
Okay. And now having some rams still at the front here trying to defend. But this is getting tougher and tougher for Paladin. He simply does not have the perfect army composition to fight this off. At the same time, ACM, well, still at pop 160. That's kind of solid, but mixing in more and more skirmishers still. He's the first one now with 4 trade cards. That's not a good sign.
Hey, my name is Base being completely vanished with those Mongol rams there.
Now some more cavaliers coming over from back T. Also some halberdiers, but yeah, simply Zupi's army is just so good and he's getting onto more and more mango dice. Their damage output is just ridiculous because the fire rate is so fast, their mobility is great, and VNS realizes that those civilizations were too strong in the end. We didn't do the damage we needed to do in Castle Age or early Imperial Age, and this ends the series here 3-1 for the Finns. Ruby, how happy are you?
GG, well, I'm quite happy. Yeah. This was, we have to take this win though, so. VNS did play well though, like, they fight really hard.
Yeah,
this whole set.
They won against SY. That really shows you how strong they were, and pretty sweet stuff for sure. Zupi going for the most kills in the end there. We had trade only started for the Finns. That's pretty brutal. Overall, their gold income was just a bit more than everyone from VNS, and Imperial timing not used to perfection there for Paladin. We can see that he is imp, but not with the big army we wanted to see, and never got into the big numbers that could really help him out. Others maybe should have committed more in Castle Age. Him getting onto Imperial Age would have been the great thing that could have helped them out to maybe pressure the Finns good enough. So Finland now 2-1, so they have 2 more chances